This is an English lesson for the 4th grade of secondary school. Today's topic is Heroes and Superheroes, the wrap-up lesson within the Heroes unit. My name is Jelena Kovačević. I will be your teacher today. Dear students, today you will read texts about superheroes, complete sentences, write relative clauses, and invent your own superhero and write his or her description. For today's lesson, you need a notebook, something to write with, and a device with internet access. Let's revise. Who is a hero? You've mentioned quite a few so far. An ordinary person, we might say, who does extraordinary things. What are the qualities that make someone a hero? I've devised a list with words that describe a hero. Moral integrity, courage, conviction, self-sacrifice, determination, helpfulness, protection, honesty, competence. I invite you to expand this list by adding some more hero qualities. Now, in grammatical terms, what do these words have in common? They are all nouns. I'm going to provide you now with some additional nouns, and your task is to match the synonyms. Stop the video and do this exercise. Okay, let's check your answers now. Moral integrity should be matched with righteousness or justice. Courage, fearlessness, lack of fear. Conviction, belief. Self-sacrifice, unselfishness or selflessness. Determination should be matched to perseverance. Helpfulness should be matched to assistance. Protection, guardianship. Honesty, truthfulness, and competence, ability. Try to provide synonyms for the nouns that you provided previously. Let's do a vocabulary exercise now. You have to complete the sentences with the correct form of the words in brackets. Take a look at the sentences. You are familiar with the words as we have just mentioned them. Think about which word category the missing words should belong to. I'll help you out here. We are looking for adjectives. So let's complete the sentences. He wanted to be brave and courageous, like the heroes in all the stories he liked to read. A hero should be perseverant, patient, focused, and selfless. Heroes have a knack for being able to see things from the perspective of others. He summoned his supporters to set up the protective shield around the town. Read through the sentences, stop the video, complete them, and we can check the answers together. A hero is strong and lion-hearted and not weak and fearful. He was determined to find out the truth. I was helpless to do anything but pray for her salvation. Here you had to bear in mind the suffix. Not helpful, but helpless because of the context of this sentence. They felt competent in their ability to defend themselves in violent situations. Let's continue today's lesson with superheroes. Do you recognize and can you name the characters in the picture? Which of them do you think was created first? Which of them is the most famous? Did you know that 25 years ago, in 1995, Marvel Comics employees created National Superhero Day? So each year, on the 28th of April, this day honors superheroes, both real and fictional. What about you? Who is your favorite superhero and why? Let's take a look at these superheroes. If you can name all of them, you are a true superhero fan. You will just whiz through today's lesson. If you can't, you must be a newbie in this department, but hey, here's an opportunity to learn something about them. Here is a list of 10 superheroes and their features. Stop the video for a moment, read through the features, and try to match the superheroes with their characteristics. Open this link to watch a short video on the best known superheroes of all time. Then go back to the previous exercise and check your guesses or match the heroes with their characteristics. And here are the answers. Superman was the first superhero revealed in late 1930s. Batman is a martial arts expert, masterful detective, and technological genius. Spider-Man, imperfect, youthful underdog. Wolverine, unshaven look and retractable claws. Hulk, inarticulate smashing machine with limitless strength. Iron Man, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Captain America, invincible shield and distinctive headgear. Wonder Woman, invincible bracelet, magical lasso, boomerang tiara. Thor, hammer-wielding Norse god. And Green Lantern, agent at an interstellar law enforcement agency. And now we come to the question, what makes a superhero? All of them have got special powers and a distinctive costume or an outfit, accessories and gadgets that help them out. Now, what special powers are there? There's mind-reading ability, invisibility, X-ray vision, shape-shifting, flying, healing or self-healing power, time travel, seeing into the future, superhuman strength or speed, heightened senses, hearing or sight, telepathy or mind control, telekinesis. Now, you're snuggled very comfortably into the sofa, imagine, but the remote is at the other end of the room. A little brain activity and the object you desire flies smoothly through the air and into your hands. You don't have to move a muscle. Can you add any other special powers onto this list? Can you think of superheroes who possess these superpowers? Now we've come to the outfit and accessories section. Can you name these? The first one is a cape or a cloak, a shield, an axe, bow and arrow, a sword, a whip, armor, helmet, wings, claws, hammer, skin-tight bodysuit, and a belt. Can you add something more onto this list? Here's another vocabulary practice. All the words here given are adjectives, as you can see, but we are going to talk about the superpowers of superheroes. Stop the video, do the exercise, and we'll check it together. Wolverine has enhanced senses, though his sense of smell seems to dominate. Aquaman's skin is impenetrable to blades, bullets, and fire. He is smart, but somewhat tongue-tied and inarticulate. Do you know which superhero the last sentence refers to? We mentioned him today. The Green Monster. Let's continue. He emerges from the experiment with retractable and indestructible claws. The defeat of the invincible hero caused disbelief among the readers. He maintained an invisible shield around the army, and their enemies didn't know where they were. Well done. In the next exercise, you will be presented with 8 sentences about superheroes. You can make guesses about their accuracy, but reading the superhero descriptions will confirm your guesses. And let's check them now together. Superman was born in Kansas is a false sentence. Superman was born on planet Krypton. Spider-Man's real name is Bruce Wayne. False again. Spider-Man's real name is Peter Parker, and Batman's real name is Bruce Wayne. Peter Parker was bitten by a bat. Now we've just mentioned that Peter Parker is actually Spider-Man, so this is a false sentence, as he was bitten by a spider. Bruce Banner, also known as Hulk, is a scientist. This sentence is a correct one. Punisher resorts to illegal methods of combating crime. This one is true, as killing, kidnapping, extortion, threats of violence and torture are acceptable crime-fighting tactics for this character. Wolverine is able to heal himself, correct? Wonder Woman's motto is, with great power, there must also come great responsibility. False. Captain America has lack of self-control and is violent and destructive. Again, false. Can you correct and rewrite the last 2 sentences? Let's focus on Superman. Type in the bit.ly link or simply scan the QR code with your smartphone and read the fact file on Superman. The missing information that you have to complete in this chart or table is his place of birth, parents, real name, secret identity, his motto, superpowers, weakness, greatest enemy, and interesting fact. Let's check your answers now. We already revealed that Spider-Man was born on planet Krypton. Jor-El and Lara are his birth parents, whereas Jonathan and Martha Kent are an elderly couple who adopted Superman as a child. His real name is Kal-El, and his secret identity is Clark Kent, the journalist. His motto is Truth, Justice, and the American Way. There is quite an extensive list of his superpowers, among which are heat vision, super strength, Arctic breath, super speed, X-ray vision, super hearing, his ability to fly, and so on. His weakness is kryptonite, crystalline material from his birth planet. His greatest enemy is Lex Luthor. And an interesting fact that I have singled out is the fact that he was originally conceived as a villain. I did not know that before. Also, I like the story when he saved a girl who suffered from depression and was struggling with the thought of suicide. Superman used his words and his compassion to solve this problem and showcased that his greatest ability is to use his morality to help people around him. Take a look at the following sentences. What kind of sentences are they? These are relative clauses. What are they, and how can we recognize them? Relative clauses give additional information about something or someone. We recognize them by relative pronouns who, which, that, where, and whose. Here is an exercise in which you have to insert the appropriate relative pronoun. You can stop the video, do the exercise, and then we can check it together. Heroes are ordinary people who do extraordinary things. A superhero is a fictional character whose power is superhuman. The comic, which we read yesterday, featured Judge Dredd. Gotham City, where Batman lives, is a city ridden with crime and corruption. Batman does not possess any superhuman powers, which is unusual for a superhero. We are going to talk about and see examples of 3 types of relative clauses in today's lesson. The first type is a defining clause, which gives information that helps us to identify the preceding noun or explains which person or thing we are talking about. There is no punctuation used to separate this type of clause from the rest of the sentence, so no comma before the relative pronoun. The second type is the non-defining clause. Non-defining clauses give additional information about the noun. This information is not needed, but we might want to insert it. Non-defining clauses are always separated from the rest of the sentence by 2 commas. In non-defining relative clauses, who and which pronouns cannot be replaced with that. Take a look at the 2 examples. Relative clauses with who, which, that as subject pronoun can be replaced with participles. Now let us remind ourselves there are present and past participles. Let's take a look at the examples. I told you about the movie in which Hugh Jackman stars, can be shortened to I told you about the movie starring Hugh Jackman, or characters which were created by Jerry Siegel are my favorites, can be shortened into characters created by Jerry Siegel are my favorites. This makes the sentence shorter and easier to understand. Sentential relatives, or also called connective relatives, do not refer to a preceding noun. They refer to a whole sentence, and they actually provide a commentary on the whole preceding sentence. The pronoun to use with sentential relatives is always which. Batman does not possess any superhuman powers, which is unusual for a superhero. So the sentential relative is a commentary. In the next exercise, join the sentences using relative pronouns where necessary. In some cases, you can use participles. Also add commas where they are needed. You can stop this video to copy the sentences and to write relative clauses. And I'll give you the key. The year 1938, when Superman was published, marked the beginning of the golden age of comic books. I saw a movie about a superhero who had unquenchable desire to destroy. Or I saw a movie about a superhero having unquenchable desire to destroy. Kryptonite is a green crystalline material whose power is lethal for Superman. There are two more sentences. Connect them using a relative pronoun. Let's check the answers now. She is dangerous and unpredictable, which makes her an atypical hero. Thanos, who is known as one of the most powerful beings, is obsessed with order and fate. We've come towards the end of today's lesson. It's time for you to be super creative and invent a superhero of your own. Make sure you give him or her a name, describe him or her in detail, include the appearance, the costume, accessories, his or her slogan or motto, superpowers, secret identity, the good things that he or she does, who his greatest enemy is, weaknesses, and some other interesting facts. Don't forget to use the new vocabulary. It should be helpful for this task, and include at least one type of the three mentioned relative clauses. You needn't restrict yourselves with the word count, so you can let your imagination carry you. If you want to give your superhero a graphic presentation, you can do so by using this online hero machine. This one is mine. Her name is Fantasy Woman. Before you leave, please check whether you have successfully completed the assigned tasks. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and learned something new. Stay well and good luck with your Matura exams. Goodbye.